Now coming back into some very interesting dynamics that happened a little earlier in the week with the housemates. A bit of a triangle, if I must be specific, and related issues. And I'll start off with Ahirba. Hi, Ahirba. This week you started off very well, I would say. So you initially had seemed like you had eyes for Ira. Then it sort of diverted to a bit of Naya. Then we saw like a kiss in there somewhere. Then back to Ira. Then the dynamic. Were you just playing the field? Were you a little confused, or you just wanted to be sure before you settled down?
I wouldn't say I was confused. I mean, it's a very big house with 8 beautiful ladies.
Okay.
You have to try and build a connection with,
Uh-huh.
try to talk to each one of them. If
It
you
worked.
actually like any of them, you just move to the one that you like, right?
And kissing was part of it? But you know what?
No, I mean, that was like a friendly kiss,
Oh, it was a friendly
Yeah.
kiss. Let how the week unfolded for Hannibal.
You're free to talk to me anytime. How well are we? How well are we? Okay.
Show me your body, make a display the money for your dog. Yeah, Monica, make a know the.
Yeah, it's true.
Look at the way I scream. What?
When I began with this is me. I was our first, when I was coming, I think so. I was our first, and then I think that was the day. Yes, and then that evening, he said he wanted to get to know other people. What? He doesn't know why the boys are rushing and all that. You remember? I told you and I. That was when my mom was like, forget this one. Just the face, that's the smile. Just the it was. But he made us look like, okay, you want to know what and even why you not have a junior was okay, and I'm like, oh, cool, but we just got here. I don't want to look like I'm late to the I didn't go in our office to at least get to know other people. So you to everything, if it is me, then yeah.
Run away from Van Dyke.
Imagine how you felt like when they go
Okay. And we're back. Would you like to go through? Okay, so you weren't confused.
No, I wasn't confused.
You knew what you wanted.
Exactly.
And that was Iraq.
Yeah.
But you just wanted to explore?
I wasn't exploring. I mean, I was talking to each one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just talking to them.
Yeah, I was just talking to them.
And then just trying to get to know them.
Exactly.
Just make sure that.
Yes, like I'm making the right move.
Okay. So you were playing the field to make sure you're making the right move.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Era.
Hi, AJ.
Hi. When you came into the house, who were you initially attracted to?
Van Dyke and Doheneba.
Okay.
Yeah,
Those
both of
those two.
them. Yeah,
Who are you more attracted to?
Doheneba.
Okay. But in the beginning, you sort of started
Yeah.
off with Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Why not just go straight for Hannibal?
So I not necessarily made a move. I was being flirty with Doheneba.
Okay.
So I wanted him to make the first move.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was getting to know Van Dyke as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did state quite a number of times that you liked Van Dyke, and you sort of did tell Hannibal that you didn't like him.
Yeah. I was angry. Very angry.
Why, did you think he was flirting with the girls too much?
Yeah, I told him I think he's very flirty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hannibal, do you think you're flirty?
AJ, I'm not flirty.
You're not.
Nah.
It's just your nature. Okay. Van Dyke.
Yeah.
So I did realize Ira, a number of times at least, emphatically told you that she liked you. Did you at any point tell her that you liked her?
Yeah, I did.
Oh dear, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Did you think that it was implied? You didn't need to say it. You sort of said it with your actions.
Well, we had a conversation on the bed the last time. I think we had a game with it. No, it was about this true connection. Yeah.
Mm.
So I was moody because I saw her talking to Ohineba. So she asked me, "Why am I moody?" And it's like my emotions really shows on my face when something is actually going on with me. So he was like, "Oh, is it Ohineba?" And I was like, "Oh, it's fine." And she told me she doesn't like Ohineba.
Okay.
I was like, "Okay, fine." And she asked me if I like her. I was like, "Yes." She was like, "Then why am I not telling her?"
Exactly.
I was like, "Oh, I felt it was too early." But she told me she believes in love at first sight. I was like, "Okay, sure, fine." So my plan was to make a move on her the next day.
Okay.
And fire outbreak happened.
And she moved on. Okay.
Yes.
In hindsight, and looking back at it, do you wish you had declared your intentions earlier?
Nope.
And clearly.
Nope.
Okay. Erama, he thinks he said it by saying, "Oh, I do like you." But did you feel like he properly told you that, "Nah, it's you I want and it's you"? Because you had been vocal about it. Do you feel he didn't return the same energy?
Yeah. I like very vocal men.
Okay.
Very vocal men.
And is that what made you move away from Van Dyke
Yeah.
to Ohineba?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
I felt like he wasn't too clear about his intentions.
Okay.
And then it was a speed date that I was talking to him about, and then he actually said he likes me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that made you a bit more secure about
Yeah.
going with Ohineba instead of
Yeah.
Van Dyke. But I do think Ira may have led you on.
She wasn't truthful to me.
You feel she wasn't truthful to you.
Yeah.
You feel she led you on.
Yeah. Lied.
She lied to you.
Yes.
How specifically? Okay, what did you catch? What lie did you catch her in?
Why would I ask you? No, I didn't ask you. You told me you don't like Ohineba.
Okay.
And the next minute, I'll see you with Ohineba. Were you trying to play me? Were you?
No.
You're funny.
Oh, okay, Ira, so because you did sort of declare your
Yeah.
interest to him
Yeah.
and then later switched.
Yeah.
What was that about?
So like I said, I like very vocal men.
So because Van Dyke wasn't being vocal.
He wasn't being vocal, and I didn't know what he really wanted.
Okay.
Yeah. And I liked Ohineba, like from get-go.
Mm,
I was just waiting for him to make that move.
okay. All right. So you did see a bit more action, at least on Ohineba's side
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
How did you feel about watching that or seeing that?
No, he told me about it, so I know.
He did.
Yeah.
So you're already braced yourself for it.
Yeah.
Is what he described what you saw?
The friendly.
Yeah. Does it correlate with how he described it?
AJ, that was before me, so I don't
Okay.
really have a problem with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that was him playing the field,
Yeah,
so
that
that
was before.
doesn't really
If
concern
it
you.
happens after me,
Then it's a
then
problem.
it's a problem.
I like that. Naya, did you like Ohineba in the beginning?
Ohineba is a nice guy, but I don't think I liked him.
So what did you feel for him? Lust?
No. I feel like I was talking to Ohineba because he made the move. Like, he was the first guy who started talking to me from the
Okay.
beginning. Yeah. So I just wanted to get to know him.
But you felt a little bothered when he was sort of yo-yoing around.
Not bothered actually, because I was very specific when we started talking. When he spoke to me, he
Okay.
told me that I was the only one that he was eyeing.
Okay. So do you
Yeah.
feel he was leading you on?
It was even like later on that I realized that he was also talking to Ira and then Ajwa.
Ajwa.
I didn't know, but I was honest with him from the beginning
That
that
he wasn't honest with you.
Yeah, I
AJ,
feel
I want to correct something here.
Okay.
I think whoever told you that lie to you, when I was in talks with you, I wasn't talking to Irama.
Sure.
Hold up, let me finish. When I was talking to you, it was after the speed dating
Okay.
that, I started talking to Irama. And I stopped talking to you right after I started talking to Irama. Because she was somebody I, wanted to move to, like the first time we came into the house.
Alright.
But I felt like, I didn't want it to be in a rush because it was like the first time. So let me just take my time and, like the second day probably like get to know her.
Mm.
And like the second, hold up, I'll come to you. So as I stated, when I was talking to you, I wasn't talking to Irama.
Right.
For real, I'll be honest.
But you was
Hold up, let me finish. I'm not done, let me
you were
finish.
speaking to Ajwa, were you not?
So Ajua was in the picture for like a minute, like a moment.
A movement. You
Exactly.
just had like a bit of a connection.
And that was it. So like I felt like okay fine, then let me just move to Naya, let me get to know her, and if she's cool then fine. But when I was talking to her, I noticed like the energy wasn't there that much, so I spoke to Akofa because I know Akofa was very close to Naya, and she was like, yo, I should relax. So she talked to Naya, and I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. So I think during the speed dating, I think right after we did a speed dating, after I spoke to Akofa, I think it was some few minutes we did a speed dating. I spoke to Irama, made her know my intentions,
Right.
and then I stopped talking to Naya. So that was it.
Okay.
So whoever gave you that info,
Didn't
What's
give
wrong?
you the right. But let me help you, Ajwa. In the speed dating, Ohinba was very honest and said he liked Irama. But then, not too long after, we see some action. And you kissed. Was it a friendly kiss?
I think we kissed before
The speed dating.
we what, right? We kissed like 3 times.
Oh wow, it wasn't
Yeah, it
once.
was 3 times. Hey.
Okay.
The first one was like a peg on the lip. I think
Okay.
the second was a deep one. And the third one, was it 3 or 4?
Oh wow.
I actually lost count.
Now, you may kiss your black woman. Oh, kiss your black woman. You may kiss your black woman.
Shout out to you, DJ Filter. Ohinba, can you confirm that it was 4
AJ, I wanted to explain
or one?
what do you mean by
Wait,
no, hold
never
up.
pause. I wasn't done talking.
Okay.
So, I stopped talking to him because he told Akofa and I he wanted to, the boys were rushing in the house and he doesn't know why they are taking the girls serious. So he wanted to get to know other people. So I actually advised myself and I told Akofa about it, but he denied it.
Yo,
Wait.
that's
That
lies,
was
man. That's lies.
What-
Why are you trying to paint me black?
with a long face, and it was like, why did you accept Jesse to be? Why did you accept to be in a room with Jesse? I was like, you said you wanted to get to know other people, so I am also doing the same. And then he said he thought we had a thing because he really liked me. So I didn't even know Akofa heard, but apparently she heard. Yes, that was why I stopped talking to him. But it's not as if he really did me dirty, no. But I just had to advise myself about this thing. Yes, that's it.
So you wanted to clarify some points. Please go ahead.
I'm okay.
You don't. You
No. I don't want to
Okay.
go back to there.
Okay. Now let's talk about the showdown between you and Van Dyke. What triggered it? Because what was that all about?
I think Van Dyke wasn't really getting the dynamics. So like, I mean, I'm a brother, and I understand like what is actually happening. So it was a decision Irama had to make. You understand? And he didn't really understand the fact that this is her decision, or this was the decision she had to make or took. And I mean, I sat her down as a brother because, bro, I mean, aside everything, we are brothers in the house. I mean, I can't see you and then, just frown, pass. I mean, why? What's up? I wasn't really getting the whole show. So, I mean, I spoke to him, but I don't know, I mean, how he was actually, picturing the whole thing. Probably he was seeing me to be, that guy. And bro, initially I told him I like the Rama face to face, if he can confess. I told him the first time we came into the house, she was the one. So bro, like, I don't see what's up. Like, why you go see me, or why would you see me and then you just frown, you just pass? Nah, it's not supposed to be like that. Just because she made a decision and then you seem not to be cool with any of us, it's not right.
Okay.
So like, I mean, let's just let it, everything pass. Let a connection be there. That's it.
All be lie.
But like,
Yes, AJ.
what triggered the flare up for you?
I thought Ohineba also didn't know what he wants.
Okay.
Because you were here, you were here, you were here. And I felt like, because he doesn't know what he wants. Literally, I saw him talking to Naya mostly. So, before Naya, when we are having a conversation, he tried to use these verbal words and stuff, but I didn't understand the reason why he was doing that until he started moving to Irama. I was like, okay. I felt very bad, very, 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 very bad. But
Do you feel that he was your friend and he sort of made a move behind your back? Did you consider him a friend? Not really.
Problem there. With the country.
not really, AJ.
And do you consider Van Dyke a friend?
They are all my friends,
Okay.
frankly.
Okay. Blanco, do you feel that this whole triangle between Oheneba, Van Dyke, and Irama is being blown out of proportion?
Well, I don't think so.
What makes you say that?
Actually, for me as a person, I was shocked.
With the move?
Yes, because I saw the way Van Dyke and Rama
Where?
were having their nice moments.
Okay.
I just woke up, before sleeping. It was 48 hours, right? 48 hours. We got into the house Saturday evening, and by Monday midnight it was off. And I slept early Sunday. So I just got up, and Irama was no longer going to Van Dyke's place. I said, that's what you do for here. So I said, in fact, honestly, I'm not joking, honestly. I told, I don't know, BOG or someone, I said, this people, like, it looked like it was done sealed. And I wake up and she's good. She's going to, she's now with Oheneba. I was really shocked.
Okay, let me put you on a bit on the spot. Oheneba, technically, he's not the only guy that sort of switched between girls, if we'll be very honest.
AJ, exactly my point.
Jesse has sort of had his moments where he's trying to figure out who's who.
Yeah.
Well, Bogdan says he's always had an eye for one person, but we thought he had looked with another. Perry even is, talking to one person and the other. So why are we making it seems as if Oheneba is the one that is broken the bro code, but every other guy.
Oh, I don't
has
think
sort of done
I don't think he
the
broke
same
the
thing.
bro code, but Charlie, his boldness, I'm amazed at it. I'm amazed at his boldness.
Even you, Blanco, you sort of been feeling different girls as well. You dropped the L word to Larissa, and you've now moved to Xtra, so you're not innocent as well. So why are we making it seem as if Oheneba is the one that has moved between or picking another girl or moved between girls, and it's so outrageous, to be honest?
Actually, if Jesse and Adjoa Black, if they hadn't parted ways, I would have still done what Oheneba did.
You would have done it, Abby.
Yes, same.
So why are we making it seem as if on the day,
The boldness level there be high grade.
But you admit that you would have also been bold at a point.
Yeah.
So why are we casting you?
Well, let's give it to him.
Or is it because he's not part of the clique? So when the clique does it, it's cool.
Yeah.
When the boys, when you four do it, it's okay. But when someone out of the group does it,
You know, La Rasta gang, when they move, it's very, very deep. You know, we have La Rasta gang there.
La Rasta gang.
Yeah, the four of them.
Okay.
Yeah, La Rasta gang.
Okay.
So,
We hear you. And Larissa, in all this, what do you think?
AJ, please, which one exactly?
The whole triangle, the whole other boys are doing it, but
Okay, personally, I think it's not really that wild because if something is yours, it's yours. And yes, like how Blanco is saying it, we all saw how Van Dyke and Ura was like together. It was beautiful, honestly. So we didn't expect like that to happen, but it's meant to happen. It doesn't happen that way. So I mean, I'm sure Van Dyke has learned from because like JC also said, it's a game.
okay.
So whoever she wants to, move to, or like I said, she's free to do so.
Okay, all right. Now coming to you, Ra. In all this, do you feel that perhaps, and if you could, do you feel like you'd have spent less time with Van Dyke and more with Oheneba to have prevented all this confusion?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I got the chance to know Oheneba from the very first day, definitely yes. I wouldn't even be with Van Dyke at all. Because I feel like Oheneba is the male version of me. We get along so easily.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be doing something very exciting. Nominations. Stay with us. We'll continue right after this.